topic. On a fun, exciting topic that we are. This is a good topic here. Resident Evil. They actually took a focus group and did some testing for an unknown Resident Evil game, new Resident Evil game. But Justin, more importantly, what do you want to see? What do you care about more? Would you want to see a Resident Evil 8, or do you want to see them remake one of the old Resident Evils? And if it is a remake, which one? So yeah, that's a lot of questions, but let's hear.
I'd rather see 8.
Wow. Okay. Why? I know you beat 7. You actually love 7.
Yeah, I love 7. I want to see 8 because the market right now is too much on nostalgia, and you know me as a creator, I'm all about originality. I like new things, a new thing. We can't keep living in the past. I love the remake. Don't get me wrong. I love Resident Evil 2 remake. Don't get me wrong. But let's move the story forward here. Let's continue on, and I would rather see what happens after 7, what's going on in the world after the Great 7 and bringing it back to form. What type of new gameplay they're going to be introducing with the RE engine. What are they planning to do forward to move the franchise forward? Not keep going to the nostalgia well. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the remakes. I have every Resident Evil remake. I have 1 remake. I have 2 remake. I mean, I have every Resident Evil game from Code Veronica to the spin-offs that will, so I just want to see a new Resident Evil game in the number. Let's go to 8. Let's see what happens. We can worry about the remakes later, but let's continue the story forward.
Dude, my question real quick to that, to piggyback, do you want it to be first person like 7, or do you want to go back to third person? And which style do you want?
Well, with two, you know what? I would like to go back to the third person because I would like to go back to third person, but I want to have more puzzles. Something that I felt the 2 remake kind of lacked was the puzzle department a little bit. I mean, there was some puzzles, but I felt that there wasn't enough of that.
I agree.
And I feel that, if they just combine the intensity of 7, the gorgeous visuals of 2, and just keep the story kind of self-contained like they were doing in 7, you're going to have a hell of an experience. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I totally agree on that. But I will say, I feel like Code Veronica is like the stepchild of the Resident Evil series.
That's actually Resident Evil 3 to me.
Huh?
I consider Code Veronica Resident Evil 3.
Why?
Well, just from a story standpoint of having Chris and Claire, and the fact that Resident Evil 3 kind of takes place in between, or actually is kind of coincide in a different part of the city of 2. Yeah.
I think, but here's the thing. This is why I'm kind of leaning more towards I would love an 8, a third person 8 to answer the question, but I think I am kind of loving the remake in the sense of I do feel like 3 is super underrated, probably the most underrated Resident Evil, and then I think Code Veronica is the most forgotten because it was a Dreamcast exclusive at the time. But I think we talked about Code Veronica last month, but that is still one of my favorite Resident Evils. So I would love the remake of that. So we'll see what happens there. All right, so our next topic coming from Asia.